Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the demonstration of the temperature sensors which are part of the Uptivity Suite of Apps. As you can see here today we have two present on the desk. The top one here is a thermometer which you can see as a skewer here in the end. So what you can do is take this off and actually stick it into meat, which allows you to take the internal temperature. This device here is actually also Bluetooth enabled. So what you can do is, as you're going around and taking the temperatures, it allows you to communicate with the system, keeping a log and a record of all of the temperatures you take, should you ever require them at a later date. But today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this little nifty device here. What this is a temperature sensor for monitoring the inside of fridge and freezers. As you can see, very small device, doesn't require any additional devices or anything like that. What it is here is it's battery powered, so what I'll do is I'll take this off here. As you can see here, it's got a battery in on the inside, similar to what you find in a watch. What this allows you to do is mount this on the inside of fridge and freezers or boxes or pallets or whatever you require, and you can keep basically a real-time track of the data. As you can see here, there's also a couple of holes which allows you to drill it or mount this device in. There's a lot you can do. So for example, this device allows you to set parameters. So for example, if the temperature gets too high or too low, it can send out notifications to yourself or to the relevant department, informing them that the temperature of, for example, fridge 17 is out of the ordinary, or is not as required. As I've mentioned, this doesn't require anything. It's a very simple device. All you need is a phone with their Bluetooth, and you can go and capture the temperatures on the device. What you also have on the front here is a little QR code. So also in part of the Uptivity suite, if you scan the QR code, it will also allow you to see the temperature records against it. So for example, say you have an outside contractor or health and safety come in and they say, we want to know the temperature of fridge X, Y or Z, then what you can do is get them to scan it, and then they can see all of the temperatures against that fridge or freezer, if that's what you want to do. Or if you want to display other information, that's entirely up to you, and it's all possible. What we're going to do now is move over to the app, where we'll take a bit more of a detailed look at what data can be captured. Now that we're connected to the app, you can see the data which is being captured. So currently at the moment we have two temperature sensors. One is in fridge 1 and the other is in fridge 2. You can change the name, but we'll just show you the ones we have in at the moment. So as you can see here, you can capture the temperature and also the battery level. So currently this is the live temperature of the fridge and freezer. What you can do is define variables. So for example, if the temperature falls above or below this, what we'll do is we'll go into the more detailed screen which is possible on the sensor. So now that I've clicked on the sensor, you can see the overview screen which is shown here. As you can see, there are a lot of options available. So what you have is you can turn off the connectability of the sensor if you want to. So for example, you don't want anyone to have access to it, you can switch it on or off. You could update the firmware for the sensor, so as we roll out software updates, you can update that there. You can actually factory reset the sensor, so for any reason you want to just use it somewhere else, you can factory reset. You can then power off the sensor, and you can also password protect the sensor. So this would allow you, for example, if somebody comes along and you don't know who's going to be passing by the sensor, it helps to keep that peace of mind that only you and whoever you trust can see that data. Next below, we actually have the temperatures data record. So as you can see here, we can sync the data, which gives us this graph below. What this does is shows you the history of the temperature for this sensor. As you can see, over the last 12 hours, it's been up and down. What this does is it allows you to see, so if you put that sensor in a fridge and suddenly the temperatures exceeds what you expect, or it's below what you set, then You can see at what time this has happened. This could be to a power cut or for any other reason. It's important to note that you don't actually need to have the device in range. So you can literally just leave the sensor in a fridge or freezer and just leave it to capture the data, and when you come back in the morning you can see the history. And then some information at the bottom about the sensor, so the software version that's running, the firmware version, and then what the status of the battery is it healthy or unhealthy. So as you can see, it's all very straightforward. What I'll show you now is the option to actually define what you would call variables. So for example, if the temperature exceeds a certain amount or is below a certain amount, then you can set up messages and notifications to come to you to inform you of this. So as you can see here, now that we're in the temperature screen, there are a lot of options available. So for example, you can set up the parameters around that. You can then set up the triggers. So as I mentioned before, the triggers is probably very important in the respect that if you have a freezer or a box or whatever that the sufficient temperature is for that food, it's important that it stays within that range. So if at any point it falls above or below that, it can send out notifications to the relevant department. So now that I've enabled the trigger, as you can see here, we can set up the conditions. So for example, temperature above, temperature below. You can also set up some very little settings. For example, if what happens if you double tap the sensors button, if there are anything you want to do with that. But most important is the ability to actually capture and set up the what you call notifications if the temperature was to fall out of that range. So this is all for our temperature sensors for fridge and freezers. Thanks for listening. Single-use temperature data logger. All you do is open the app and then tap the back of the label. As you can see, we have the option for battery management. As you can see here, it's at 100%. Next is the data read. So when you tap the back of the label, if temperature is captured, it will register here. Next is the settings. So as you can see here, there are multiple options available for capturing temperature. What we'll do is go into a bit more detail so we can delay the time to start, as you can see here. The next is the temperature points. So here we can change the temperature points. Next one is the low temperature limit. So we can set this here, and then also the high temperature limit. And then the data captured from the app goes into the system like this. That's everything. Thanks for listening.
Ensure traceability and transparency throughout food manufacturing process. Learn more at resinity.com.